Hello everyone, welcome to the new session of Agrometrology MCQs part 1. So in this session, we are going to study about some of the MCQs based on the topic Agrometrology. Okay, the first question comes here. The condition of atmosphere at a given place and time is termed as. Okay, so we are having the four options: climate, weather, meteorology, and none of these. So what is climate? So climate is a study of the weather condition, but it is for a longer time and large place. So that is the climate. Okay. And what is weather then? It is study about the atmospheric condition for short duration of time. Right? Maybe a day. Okay. And also for small area. This is very important, right? So this is weather. And what is then meteorology? Meteorology is the study of weather and climate. So whatever we are studying about the climate or the weather, it comes under the meteorology, right? That is the study. Okay, so if we are studying the atmosphere or the atmospheric condition at a given place and time, okay, then it is termed as weather. But we are taking a long time, a time period, okay, maybe 3 months, 6 months, okay, and for longer time and for a large place, right? So that gives you the climate. So according to the question here, the condition of atmosphere at a given place and time is termed as weather. The correct answer is weather. Okay. Next question. Weather pertains to very long period of time, small duration, medium duration, and the D1 is the none of these. So just now we discussed about that weather pertains to a small duration of time for 3 hours, for 2 hours, maybe a day, right? That is for a small duration of time. Okay. Now, the climate pertains to, in that respect, we talked about the climate also in the first question. So climate pertains to long period of time, small duration, medium duration, and none of these, right? So climate is what? Climate is a study of atmosphere. We are talking about the atmospheric condition, like we are talking about the temperature, we are talking about the humidity, we are talking about rainfall, right? Everything in the atmosphere. But that is for a longer period, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, or 5 months. So that is for the longer time period. Okay. Longer time period. So that gives you the climate. Okay. So the correct answer is long period of time. Okay. The type of rains on the slopes of the Western Ghat is. Okay. So we are having the 4 options for this question: cyclonic, convectional, orographic, or none of these. So we have discussed about the types of rainfall. So the cyclonic rainfall. So cyclonic rainfall comes when there is a cyclone, So there is a movement of clouds, okay? The movement of clouds, and it moved from one place to another. The cloud moved from one place to another because there is a cyclonic wind, okay? The wind is very, very fast at that particular time. So this cloud moves from one place to the another and it bursts somewhere else. That is, it precipitates at somewhere else, right? So it is formed at one place, but it moves due to the cyclonic winds and precipitate at some other place. Now, what is the convectional rainfall? So the convectional rainfall is that the atmospheric water vapor rises up and forms cloud, right? And forms cloud. So there is a condensation process, condensation in the clouds, okay? And so this is the movement of water vapor upside, right? And precipitate here only. The clouds do not move because there is no wind at that particular time, and when there is a condensation, so larger droplets are there, so the clouds become heavy and it brings rain there only. So this is the convectional type of rainfall, okay? Now, orographic type of rainfall. So here we are talking about the type of rainfall on the slopes of Western Ghats. So I didn't talk about the slopes of the Western Ghats or any mountain in the first one, that is in the cyclonic type of rainfall, as well as I didn't talk about the mountains or the Western Ghats, particularly in the convectional type of rainfall, right? So what happened in the orographic? So there is a mountain and here there is a water, right? At one side there is a water. So the cloud formation takes place due to the evaporation of water and clouds are formed here. So when the clouds move this side, okay, this mountain is present in between the way moving of this cloud, okay? So it burst this side only. This cloud bursts this side only and bring rain here. It brings rain here, okay? So this is the mountain that brings out this. So if we are talking about take this particular question, so this is the Western Ghats, right? So clouds are formed this side and it strike to the mountain and bring rains to this side, and here it is dry. When the cloud moves this side, it is dry and do not bring rain to this leeward side, okay? So this is the correct answer is the orographic type of rainfall. The correct answer is the type of rains on the slope of the Western Ghats is orographic type of rainfall. Okay, moving to the next question. The condition favorable for the precipitation is. Now, what is the condition favorable for the precipitation? So, if there is a water body, so there is lots of water present in it, sunlight is there, so water get warms due to this solar radiation, okay? This is the water body. Now what happened? The water vapor rises from this water body and it reaches up higher in the atmosphere and forms the clouds. Okay, so lots of water vapor present here. Now as this water vapor goes higher, the atmosphere is cooler at higher altitude, right? So what happened? There is a phenomena of condensation. Okay, so what happens here? The water vapor, the air here gets cool. It gets cool here and form larger droplets of water and become heavy. So it brings rain down. Okay, rain or precipitation. Rain in the form of precipitation. So this condensation is very, very important phenomena here. So that converts the vapor into the larger droplets because of cooling effects. Okay, so the condition favorable for the precipitation is low moisture content, high moisture content, cooling of air, and descending air. So according to this explanation, if we go, then the correct answer will be the cooling of air. So this is talking about the precipitation, right? So precipitation comes due to the cooling of air or the condensation of the air or water vapor. So the correct answer is cooling of air, right? Next question. Instrument used for measuring wind velocity is known as, okay, so hydrometer. Hydrometer is a measure the characteristic of liquid such as density. It uses to measure density or specific density, right? So hydrometer is that. Now what is the pyranometer? It is the instrument that is used to measure, that convert solar radiation to electrical signal. Right? So the pyranometer is the instrument that used to convert solar radiation to the electrical signal. Okay. Altimeter is the instrument used to measure height or altitude above the sea level, right? An anemometer is used to measure the wind velocity. So we must know all these instruments, what are the function of these instruments, right? So the hydrometer is used to measure the density or the specific density. Pyranometer used to convert the solar radiation to the electrical signal. Altimeter is used to measure the height or the altitude above the sea level. Okay, and anemometer is used to measure the wind velocity. Okay, so the correct answer is anemometer. Anemometer used to measure the wind velocity. Okay. Okay, next question. Chemical used for the control of transpiration. So there are some chemicals that used to control the transpiration process. So transpiration is a process in which water comes out from the above plant, the parts above the Next question is the chemical used for the control of transpiration. So what is the transpiration? Transpiration is the process in which water is lost from the green parts of the plant in the form of water vapor. So that process is called as transpiration. So there are some chemicals that used to control this process. So the options given here: the cobalt chloride, mercury, PMA, phenyl mercuric acetate, phenyl mercuric acetate. Okay, and the D1 is the potassium. So cobalt chloride, mercury, potassium, these are not the chemicals that can be spread on the surface of this plant, but phenyl mercuric acetate is the chemical that is spread on the surface of the plant, and it controls the transpiration process. So the correct answer is PMA, phenyl mercuric acetate. Next question is: the study of the relation of agricultural crops and the environmental is called as. So here we are talking about relation of the agriculture crop with its environment. So the options are horticology, agroecology, agrology, and agrometrology. So what is horticology? A particular species interacting with its environment. One particular species. We are talking about one particular species. How it interact with the environment or the atmospheric condition, right? So that is the horticology. Agroecology. So agroecology is the ecological concept and principle of farming. So that is the agroecology. Agrology is related to the soil science. And agrometrology means agriculture based on our environmental condition. And this environmental condition or the climatic condition we know by the meteorology, right? So this is the correct answer. Agriculture based on our environment or the climatic condition. So how we study about our environment or the climatic condition? There are some meteorological department that study about the rain, that study about the humidity, temperature, right? And that particular data are useful for the agriculture. So this particular study, agrometrology, is the study of the relation of agriculture crops and environment, right? So the correct answer is agrometrology. Next question: in which layer of the atmosphere ozone layer is present? Very, very important question. Troposphere. The distractors are troposphere, stratosphere, ionosphere, and mesosphere. Okay, so troposphere we all know that is present at the surface of the earth only, right? That is the troposphere. And above the troposphere, so this is the troposphere, right? And above the troposphere there is stratosphere. Now in this stratosphere there is a layer of ozone. Right? That prevent entering of ultraviolet radiation. To come and cross this stratosphere. Okay, so they do not allow to cross this ozone layer and come enter to the stratosphere layer. So this is very, very important, this ozone layer that is present in the stratosphere, right? So the correct answer is the stratosphere. Next question. The instrument used to measure the humidity. The instrument used to measure the humidity. Okay. So barometer. Barometer is the scientific instrument used to measure the pressure. It is used to measure the pressure, right? Hygrometer. Hygrometer, that is used to measure the humidity. Hydrometer, that is used to measure the change in the temperature of liquid, right? And altimeter is used to measure the height or altitude at one particular place or at the above the sea level. Above the sea level, right? So according to the question, the instrument used to measure the humidity is hygrometer. Hygrometer is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. The science which deals with the laws and the principles of atmospheric phenomena. So we are talking about the laws and principle of the atmospheric phenomena. Climatology. So it talks about the climate. And agriculture metrology, it talks about the agriculture based on metrology, right? And metrology. So metrology is the laws and principles of the atmospheric phenomena. So in this particular study, we are studying about the temperature of the atmosphere. We are studying about the humidity. We are studying about the precipitation, right? Precipitation. So this is the laws and principles. This is the study that deals with the laws and principles of atmospheric phenomena. Okay. So the correct answer is metrology. The correct answer is metrology. Next question. The relationship of the climatic regimes and the agricultural production is termed as. So we are talking about the relationship of the climatic regimes to the agricultural production. Okay. So climatology, the distractors are climatology, agricultural metrology, agroclimatology, and none of these, right? So climatology is the study of climate. Okay, we are studying about the climate. It is not dealing with any agriculture or any its production. So it is simply we are studying about the climate. That is the climatology. Agricultural metrology. Agricultural metrology means our agriculture based on the metrology, right? And agroclimatology means we are talking about our agriculture based on the climatic regimes, So the correct answer is agroclimatology. So this is the relationship of climatic regimes and agriculture production, right? Next question. The gaseous envelope of the invisible film of air surrounding the earth is called. So this is our earth, right? This is our earth, right? And here we are having atmosphere. This is the atmosphere. Okay. So the gaseous envelope is the gaseous envelope of invisible film or of our air. The gaseous envelope of invisible film of air surrounding the earth is called, so that is the climate. Climate is not the correct answer because these are the phenomena that occur in the atmosphere. Weather. Okay. Weather is again, these are the phenomena, the atmospheric phenomena that takes place in the atmosphere at one particular time, right? Troposphere is the lowermost layer of the atmosphere. But the atmosphere, this particular region, this is talking about the region that is having a gaseous envelope. This is the gaseous envelope present all around the earth. All around the earth. Okay. So the correct answer is the atmosphere. The correct answer is the atmosphere. Next question. What is the percentage of photosynthetically active radiation that captured by the plant? So we are having plants at the surface of the earth. Now solar radiation comes down. Solar radiations, right? Solar radiations comes down. So what is the percentage of photosynthetically active radiation? Now, out of this radiation, only there is some region that is from 400 to 700 nm, right? 400 nm to 700 nm region of the light is called as PAR. Okay, and out of that, how much is captured by the plant? This PAR, that is 2 to 10%, 5 to 10%, 2 to 15%, and 2 to 5%. So the correct answer is 2 to 10%. So 2 to 10% of the photosynthetically active radiation, that is the PAR, that is captured by the plant, right? So the correct answer is 2 to 10%. Okay. Next question. The instrument used for measurement of the total incoming solar radiation. Okay. Solar radiation. Solar meter, pyranometer, thermometer, none of these. Okay. So solar meter is used to measure the energy, that is used to measure the energy production of a system, right? So solar meter is the energy used to measure the energy production of a system. Okay. Okay. Pyranometer. Pyranometer is the instrument that is used to measure the total incoming solar radiation. How much solar radiation is coming is used to measure by the pyranometer. And we all know that thermometer is used to measure the temperature, right? So the correct answer is pyranometer. The correct answer is pyranometer. Okay. So this is all about this particular session. We will meet with one more interesting session. Till then, thank you very much.